folks, Mike McFarland here. I'm going to show you the proper way to break in a Yamaha 4-stroke engine. Okay, the first hour, we do not want to go over 2,000 RPMs. All right, we don't want to also run any amount of time at the same RPM, meaning I don't want to run for 5 minutes at 1,800. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of get it up and going to about 1,400. I'm going to run for a minute or so, up to 1,600. And so on, all the way up to 2,000, back and forth. We're going to do that for the first hour. This is about right there, 1,500 RPMs. I'll go ahead and put it. I also want to do this with everything trimmed in the hole. Everything. Loaded motor. We want it to get hot. We want it to work. We want it to actually get hot so it seats the rings. So I'm going to run this like this for the first hour. That's about 2,000 RPMs. It's kind of boring. First hour takes a while. But that's how you do it. So that concludes the first hour. Going around like that it almost feels like work. It's a boring first hour, but you gotta do it. It's very, very important. Remember, the computer logs all this stuff. If you have any trouble, they can know that you did not break the motor in the way that the corporate and manufacturers requested. So we're gonna go for hour 2 now. Hour 2 is I'm gonna get it up on pad, just barely on pad. I don't wanna go over 3,500 RPMs, okay? And again, I don't wanna run anything consistent for any period of time. So what I found on fork works really well is get it up on pad, get in the buoy line, and run 2 buoys. So I'll get it 3,000 for 2 buoys, 3,200 for 2 more buoys, 3,400 for 2 more buoys, and then work my way back down. If you're breaking your boat in on fork, I've found that if you launch at 154 and make a run from 154 to 515 west and back, you'll do 4 laps and your hour is done. So let's go ahead and drop this thing down now, get it on pad, and show you hour 2. I'm going to ease into pad instead of hammer down. That's already 3,000 RPMs, and this FXR is already lifted and out of the hole. Unbelievable. 1 second lifted on pad. I can ride around at 27 miles an hour. 27 miles an hour on pad in big waves. The most comfortable boat ride I've ever been in. So we're going to bring it up a little bit, get it up into 3,000, 3,200, do just what I said for another hour. Folks, that concludes the second hour. Now what I'm going to do, what I highly recommend you do, at this point, you're going to shut everything off. You're going to get you a soda, get you a sandwich, drop the trolling motor and fish for about a half an hour at least, okay? This lets that engine cool all the way back down. This is typically when the engine's going to seat, okay? The next hour, we get to light this thing up. We get to run. We can run all the way open, but we do not want to run, again, anything consistent. So I don't want to be max RPMs for 5 minutes, 10 minutes straight. Basically what I'll do is I'll run it up and I'll just be fluctuating. I'll run up to 5,500 RPMs for a few minutes, back down to 5,000 for a few minutes, maybe all the way up to 6,000, really let it have it for a few minutes. But hour 3 is going to be pretty much wide open, variable the speeds, and let that engine really finish the break-in seat, okay? So we're going to sit here now and enjoy the scenery for about an hour. All right, folks, we let that engine cool down after hour 2, and now it's time for hour 3. It's time to find out what this FXR can really do. Here we go. 10-hour break-in. 10 hours is the typical full break-in. So for about 7 more hours, I'm going to be very cautious, and I'm not going to run anything consistent, meaning the same RPMs for any amount of time. I can open it up, no problem, but just variable the speeds. Once I reach the 10-hour mark, have at it, tear it into it, drive it like it's stolen. The other thing that's really important with a Yamaha SHO engine is inside of that 10 hours, fishermen like myself really like to spend a lot of time looking and graphing. So idle time is also kind of not in your best interest. The less you can idle during those first 10 hours, the better. So after that, one of the best rides you'll ever have, and one of the strongest engines, no ifs, ands, or buts, that the market has to offer. Yamaha SHO 250 on an FXR Skeeter. There's no better combination.